Hey guys, I wanted to talk today about a question I get very often: food. All right, so how do we eat? How do we optimize our health, our physical recovery as a rehab specialist, but also a strength and conditioning coach, someone who works with people on performance and human optimization? Food is a major part of that. You have probably 3 meals a day, the majority of us. And you want, every time you do that, you want to make sure it's as healthy and as good of a choice as possible. But food is confusing. I get it. I've been looking at this stuff for a long time. I'm still confused. I'm not going to deny that. I have a lot of ideas. I'm going to share a few here with you, break down a few concepts. That's the goal. Before we continue, please make sure to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Follow the channel. It really helps, and hopefully it helps you. So the first concept I want to talk about is Michael Pollan's Food Rules, which is a very simple read. I think it's about 80-something pages, and it comes down to this main tenet, and I should be able to have a photo up here, but eat real food, not too much, mostly plants. Like, that's the simplest, most concise version of this I've ever seen. The other one I kind of like is the CrossFit definition. CrossFit right now, as I'm recording this, under some fire for all sorts of stuff. Controversy, which is not super new to anyone who's been in the space for a while. But their food version is eat meat, fish, vegetables, nuts, seeds, oils, a little bit of starch, and basically no sugar, which, again, we can argue about, but that's, again, a nice, simple version of that as part of their fitness in 100 words. I like it. So moving on from Michael Pollan, Food Rules, CrossFit's basic definition, we're going to go into a little more complicated. I'm gonna try to layer these. So, Paleo diet. What does that mean? Does it mean we eat the same foods that our caveman ancestors ate? That's kind of the butchered version of it. I don't fully agree with that. I believe the real intent of it is, and Robb would be the best resource for this of all the resources I've seen. There's tons of good ones, but I'm going to link to Robb down below. First book, Paleo Solution. Second book, Wired to Eat. Really good stuff. His sleazy, cheesy car salesman spiel is, these are the 3 food groups that are most likely causing us inflammation and irritation and leading to a lot of the chronic disease that we see. So those 3 food groups are grains, again, that's kind of tied to gluten, breads, pastas, things like that. Legumes, which, beans and like chickpeas, things like that. And the third one being dairy, which, again, most modern dairy is just not very good quality. And I certainly noticed that difference. Having high quality dairy, grass-fed, something like, what's the Irish one? Kerrygold cheese versus a different brand that's more factory farmed. I noticed a difference right away. So we have those 3 food groups that we're trying to avoid. Basic concept, again, cheesy, sleazy, car salesman spiel is try to eliminate those for 30 days. You're not going to die, most likely. But if you eliminate them for 30 days, see how you look, feel, and perform. Okay? And we can talk about what all that means. But eliminate them, see how you look, feel, and perform, and then you can reintroduce something like dairy, which is how I know dairy is the thing that when it's not high quality, it causes me to have a little phlegm in my throat. I feel a little more run down. My energy is affected. These are things we want to start to pay attention to. Again, this is why nutrition research is so difficult, because we're looking at these huge things, try to simplify it. Even if you have 1 million people in a research study, it's very hard, which there are some studies out there, but they're looking at these big things and like, you're more likely to die if you have red meat. Well, okay, how do we measure red meat? What else is going on in these people's lives? All sorts of other factors. So a lot of these headlines are problematic at best and dangerous at worst. But I think it's important that we put a little more understanding to some of these concepts. So then the next progression from just the paleo, eliminating those 3 food groups, would be the whole 30. And it's going to be a much more restricted version of just those 3. All those links will be down below. It walks you through the 30-day kind of elimination process. the best research shows that, yeah, eliminating certain things that might be irritating you is one of the best ways to get you healthy, okay? So, try that out. Again, if you're interested, we'll link below, or we can have these conversations before you try it out. The next progression from that is the Wahls protocol. Put that right there. Dr. Terry Wahls had multiple sclerosis, came up with this kind of program that looks at your mitochondria. So minding your mitochondria, one of the most popular TED Talks, I believe, that's out there. If you're into that kind of thing, I am. So Wahls protocol, slightly different take on all these, just looking at getting more things into your body that's going to give you power and get your cells working better. Bottom line is, research on food is very confusing. I hope I don't add to that. I'm trying to make sure we simplify it and give you tools, options, and feel kind of more empowered to take on one of these things that I should have links to all down below. If you have questions, if you want to talk this through, at the end of the day, I go back to the Robb Wolf thing is my favorite of how do you look, feel, and perform. And if we can kind of come up with a system, we're tracking that day by day. Are you getting better? The problem with being unhealthy is we don't even realize like what feeling good is like. You start to change a lot of things about your own biology, like the puffiness of your face. You start to change your energy levels, how you wake up, all that stuff. So I'm going to stop right here. Again, if you can, like, share, subscribe. Would really appreciate it. If you have questions on food, I should have a link also down below on how to schedule a free call with me, and we can talk about this, how we can work with you, your doctor, if you have a personal trainer, if you have a rehab team or anything like that. We'll talk more. I hope that you're having a great day. Stay healthy. Get 1% better no matter what you do. Every single day you have a chance to get better or get worse. I hope this helps you get a little bit better.